and welcome back to another episode. And today I thought I'd do something a bit different. I thought I'd give you a tutorial on one of my favourite mods, MC Command Center. I'm sure a lot of you already know about this, but if you don't, it's basically a mod that allows you to change so many in-game features. Even if you're not a big mod CC fan, I still think this is a really good thing to have in your game. So to get this mod, you need to go on to this URL here. If you look at the top of my browser, you go onto this website here. I will link the website in the description below, but this is the website you need to go to. And then you just click download MCC, and then you'll scroll down here, and the top one will be the latest version. So you just click here to download it. So there's MC Command Center, which changes the general game settings and sim settings and whatnot. And it says here game pack, so it's currently tested up to the latest pack. So you'd click download to that, and then that would download. And then another option, if you wanted to change the Woohoo settings in the game, you can also download MC Woohoo settings. So that will download in the same place. That would go to your downloads folder. So if you're new to mods, you'd go to your file explorer and you'll see downloads here. So what I like to do to make it easier is I have my downloads here. So you can see these two folders there, but then I also like to open a new file window. So I'd go here and I'd go file explorer, and then I drag that to the side, and then to get to your mods folder you go to documents, electronic arts, the Sims 4, and then you'll see your mods folder here. If you don't have a mods folder, you can say new and then folders and then create a mods folder, but make sure it has a capital letter. I'm not sure why, but for some reason I've been told it needs to have a capital M, and then there's your folder. So you'll go in there and you'll have these two files here in download. So what you need to do is extract these files. So you click extract all, then you'll get this window here and it will say would you like to extract it. You just say extract, and then it will come up here as its own extracted folder, and then you can drag that folder there. This is for MC Woohoo. You just drag that into your mods folder and that will appear there. And then you can do the same for MC Command Center, extract all, and say extract, and then that will extract again, and then you can drag that into your mods folder, and then I just delete these two just to save room on my computer. And then we can close the downloads, and then we are in the mods folder here. So this is where, if you're downloading any mods or CC, you would put these into this folder here. The only thing is with a mods folder, you can only, unless you know how to change the folder settings, which I've never really looked into that, you can only go one folder deep. So say you're downloading custom content, you could have, say, a folder for clothes, furniture, or you could go more specific like dresses, shoes, etc. So you can have like a folder and then put those custom content or mods into that folder, but you can't then do like subfolders to that folder, if that makes sense. Like I couldn't have a folder for clothes and then in that folder have shoes, like hair, etc. You would have to change the settings for that. So for some reason the game doesn't recognize the folders and then it goes all funny. But that is how you download mods to your game. So I've got those in there, and then what we need to do is we need to load the game. So we can close that now. We can load up the game and I'll come back to you when I'm in the game. Also, another thing I should mention while my game is loading, that this mod does need to be updated when, say, a new pack or an update comes out. The person who's created this will update them, so it is important that you switch out the files in your mods folder for the latest ones. Otherwise it may not work and may cause your game to crash. So do be aware of that it can cause your game to crash if it's not kept up to date. But you will be able to find out on here if a new update has come out. So if a new game or a new patch comes out, just come to this website and check, and it will tell you if what you've got installed is up to date or not. So now that we have loaded the game, what you're going to want to do is you go to the three dots in the top right and you go to your game options, and you're going to want to make sure you go to other, that enabled custom content and script mods are ticked, which if it's your first time using mods or CC then they probably won't be ticked. So it's important that you get those ticked and you restart your game, as it won't load the mod or custom content until the game has been restarted. And also sometimes when a game update happens you also need to re-enable these. So if you find that if you update the game and then find out they're suddenly missing, this will be why, because these need to be reticked, apply changes in the game, restarted. And another thing, let me go back into game options, is you can say view custom content here, and it will tell you what you've got installed. Like it shows that I've got MC Command Center and MC Woohoo. That is the only custom content I've got installed. And that's also classed as a script mod, so it's very important the script mods are selected for it to work. And then we can load the game. So let's load, well, we can say resume game actually. So we are in the game. Let's just pause the game. So as you can see, it will tell you up here. Here we are. As you can see in the top corner, it will tell you you've got the MC Command Center installed and it's looking all good. So the first option we have is you can click the mailbox and you can click MC Cheats and it will bring up some cheats here. These are more sort of household specific and world specific cheats. So like you can click active household cheats here and you can say fill needs for household, fill needs current lot, or clear active household flags. So if there's any flags you can clear them. Like another one, change lot details, so you can change the lot traits, change lot challenges, so it gives you all the options for that. You can like randomize them or pick your own, so it has really cool features like that. Another one, change world time, deletion cheats, so you could delete dead Sims relationships, delete homeless Sims. You can do all sorts of stuff like that. I've never really delved into that side of things, but there's all those options. There's also seasons cheats, so you can change the weather. So say you don't like the weather or you don't like the current season, you can go there and change it to whatever season you want. So say like it's currently spring, I could change it to summer, and then it will tell me down here at the bottom that it's now currently summer in the game. And another thing is you can do sim/npc household cheats. So there you could say summon a sim to your lot. So you could say summon and you could do it by name and say you wanted like Belagoth. You could like summon Belagoth to your lot. And if you come out of this and then we close that, it will say Belagoth will be right over. And if we speed up time, we have basically summoned Belagoth to our lot. So say there is a specific sim you would like your sim to meet in the world, then that is an option to get them to come over to the lot, because sometimes it's really annoying. You have this specific storyline you want where the sim meets this other sim and like a rom-com thing or whatever you decide, and you never like see them anywhere. This is another option. So that is the mailbox covered. Another thing with the mailbox, so say you don't have a mailbox on your lot, you could open the cheat window and you can do MC_cheats, and that will basically bring up all of the cheats that are in the mailbox. So that is a cool option if you don't have the mailbox. But then to do more sim specific cheats, you'd click your sim and you do MC Command Center and it brings up the profile of the sim you've clicked on. Like it says Brooklyn Evans, her age, the spouse, no children, residence, career, and then it gives you a list of all these different cheats with settings you can change. So I start with the first one. The first one is just basically you can modify the household and cast. So if you didn't have a wardrobe or a mirror, that would be an option to modify your Sims. And then the next one is Sims command. So we're going to this one first. Again, you can modify the Sims. You can modify career outfits. You could set the age. So say you clicked on that, you could set them back to an infant, toddler, child, teen, adult, or elder. Or you could set the set days and age span. So if you want to change the age span to a specific time length, you could select that there. But then if you want to go back, you just press the close to escape. And then you're back here. And then you've got MC Cast. That allows you to change some characteristics of the sim. So you can do manage traits, randomize body parts, randomize appearance, select favorite drink. So you want to change these types of things, like set the physique, you could change that, change voice, walk style, sunbathing options. So I could say I want her to look tanned or sunburnt, so I could do that. And then if I just click out of all of that, then my sim is suntanned. So you could do stuff like that. But let's go back into where we were. So it was in MC Cast. That was basically MC Cast. You could change all of those. And then we got the next one is MC Cheats, which this is one I use the most. But say I've currently got 13,000 Similonians. You can't really see, but you can sort of see in the bottom left. I can do increase funds and say I need them to have another 10,000 Similonians or whatever number you want really. You can put in there, but say it starts with 10,000. So you can say OK to that. And then if you look in the bottom corner, I've now got 23,000 Similonians. And then if we go back into MC Cheats, you do have to keep clicking back into the things. You can cheat the sim info, so you can go there. You can do career cheats, so saying you want to promote them, reset their career branch, change vacation days, or quit the job. You can do all that in those settings. You can do change statistics, so you can change these statistics. I've never actually changed these. You can change those. You've got expansion cheats here, so different cheats for different packs, like get famous, increase celebrity level, life and death, rebirth, stuff like that. They're like literally for all the different packs there. You can do mood/buff control, so you can change, add, remove all of those. One of my favourites in here is the skills cheat. So say you can say if you want to wipe their skills, you can do say forget all skills or max all skills. Or if you just want to like randomise the sim with random skills, then this will do that. So what I could say is forget all skills, remove all skills. So it'll ask you if you want to do that, and make sure you want to do that. So I can say OK to that, go out of everything, and then I go here, and it says Brooklyn has no skills. So it means she's completely skill free now. But then what I can do is go back to MC command, MC cheats, then cheat sim info. I can go to skills cheats, and then I can say randomize skills level, and they randomize all skills and say OK. And then it says Brooklyn has been quite a perfectionist, so she's got a new personality trait. You can say yes or no. I'll just say no for now, but I come back out of that, and basically now Brooklyn has got like a randomized cheat. So it's given acting, archaeology, archery, baking, bowling, charisma, comedy, like literally loads of different skills, and some are maxed out, some are only at level 2, level 6. But if you want to like really like make a randomized sim, then this is a great option. So now you've seen that you can cheat sim skills. We will click close to that, and then go back to cheat sims info. We've done that. So the other options, you can do opulent cheats if you're into opulent sims. You can even clone sims. So you could clone your sim if you wanted a twin. You can do increased points, so you can like do restaurants points, retail points, followers, satisfaction points, veterinarian points. So you can do all of that. You can click there and just decide how many satisfaction points you want. You can do make happy, so you just want to make that specific sim happy, then that will do that. You can complete aspiration goals if you don't want to do the aspiration but you want to get the reward from the aspiration. You can do reset aspiration. If your sim's being a bit funny, you can reset the sim. Just press that and it will reset the sim. And if we go back to MC cheat, so then MC cheats. Then you've got MC cleaner. So you can do move inventory, sell household inventory, sell sim inventory. Then you've got MC dresser, where you can change, randomize the Sims outfits and whatnot. And then another one I like is MC pregnancy. So you can click there and you can say pregnancy start, select a sim to be the seed for your sim's pregnancy. So that's an option if you want to do a storyline where a specific sim is the target sim to be pregnant with. And then you can select the male and the female and enter the number of babies to generate, maximum 3. But then if you close to that, so then there's also other things like MC Tuner. I don't really go into some of these settings. There's also SIMS flags. So like no aging, no offspring, flag active list, you can change that. But the other one I do like is relationships. So you can add relationships with different Sims. Like we're here with Bella Goth now, so we could say we could add Bella Goth as a daughter or mother to our Sim if we wanted to. If you go back to relationships, you can add relationship with Sim Unlocked, set active relationship. So we could click there again. So that's the same thing actually. You can do set active relationship, choose the gender of Sims on the current lot, set relationships to the active Sim. So you could set active friendly and stuff like that. So you could change that to good friends. So I believe if we close out of that a sec, does that work? We are now good friends with Bella Goth. So stuff like that is really cool. Another one is you can everyone forget active. Everyone on the active Sim knows will forget all friendly and romantic relationships with us. So that's sort of if you want to wipe that from the Sim. So that is basically what you could do to click on a Sim. And also you could go say Bella Goth is here. You could click on Bella Goth, even though we're not in Bella Goth's household, but you can change stuff about Bella Goth, which I think is really cool. So there's something you don't like about a random Sim, but you don't want to physically go into their household, or even if they're like an NCP Sim. And sorry, even if they're, or like if they're an NPC Sim, you could change stuff about them. But another option as well, if you don't, so that is that. And then another option is you can also do stuff via a computer. So if your Sim has a computer in the household, or even if they don't have a computer, so you can see MC Command Center there. So if they have a computer, you can do that. If you don't, you can just do open the cheat window and then do MC _ settings, and that will basically bring up all of the cheats that would be on the computer. And this is where like a lot of the major settings are. So we've got MC command settings as the first one. So age settings, auto save. So a cool option is you can have the game auto save, which is really cool. So you can change all the settings in that, so the game will automatically save your game at specific intervals if you're rubbish at saving. So I really do like that feature. Like age settings, you can just do set age span, or you can stop human aging so they don't age. We've got gameplay settings, so you can like adopt a child, adopt no caregiver, all different stuff in here that you could do. Motive decay, you can change all that. More skill settings. So there's just stuff really cool like that. You can do money settings. So allow child to pay the bills. So if you find it annoying that the adult Sim is the only one that can pay the bills, you can allow the child to pay that. Apartment bill percentage, you could change stuff like that. You could do auto pay bills. If you're just rubbish at paying the bills, it'll just auto take it. And the other thing I think is really cool is you can do child support percentage. So you can set child support for Sims. I've never actually played with that, but I do think that's a cool feature. So the percentage of a parent's Sims value, that will be billed for each child they are paying support on. So that's really cool. You can set all that up. Inheritance Sim type. You can change all stuff like that. So what I would do is just go around and have a play with the settings. But I would do it on, say, on like a test family. So don't do it on your like favourite family, on your favourite family, but do a test family just to test all these different things out. Because like there's inheritance, spouse first, pay child support. So you can select that. Currently it's set to none, no child support payments or earnings will happen during the regular billing cycle. But you can set it to say married only, so child support payments and earnings will happen for single parents with children living with them only if they are married to the other parent. Or you can do unmarried child support, or you can do all child support. So just basically play around with all of the options until you get the options that you want for your game. And then here we've got notifications and settings. You can change like phone texts or stuff like that. There's just like so many options. You could spend hours just doing this. We've got relationship settings, like you can allow team parenting, auto relationship settings, friendship decay percentage, all different stuff like that. So if you come out of there, then we've got MC CAS. This basically allows you to then again go into CAS and control and manipulate. So if you go there, you can change all of the different things again about your sim, whether they're fit, what their physique is, or stuff like that, walk style, or stuff like that. Then you can go into career. You've got all different career settings like school, homework, progression. If you don't want your child or teen sim to do homework, you can do that. There's an option if you want them to quit school, like you don't want them to do school anymore as a teen sim, like you're doing a Let's Play where they don't go to school. You could do that. You can adjust the university difficulty, university homework. There's all sorts of different features in here. You could do MC Cleaner where you can clean up relationships and neighbourhoods and things. So another one, if your sim is part of a club, like you can change all the club member counts. You know how you like have to get points to, like you can only have so many club members and stuff like that. You can change how many members are in the club, which the club member count, if you really wanted to, you wanted to have this like amazing painting group, because painting group's one of my things I like to do. You could basically, I don't know if anyone has a computer that can physically hold this, but you could set it to 50 and then you could have like literally loads of members join your painting group, whatever group you like. So you've got all of that, and you've got MC Dresser again. You can change outfits, stuff like that. Oculent Sims, if you play with Oculent Sims, you can change all different things about the Oculent Sim, like aliens, like abduction settings, abduction pregnancy settings, all of how that stuff works. And then you can do it for all the other Oculent Sims as well. Like the MC population, you can change the moving settings, the population settings. So like percentage, percent baby. Like you could change the percent, the sim will be a baby rather than a teen, or stuff like that. Loads of this I don't currently do. I'm more into the changing the skills and stuff like that. And another cool one is MC pregnancy. You can do adoption settings, marriage sim selections, offspring, parenting settings, spouse sim selection. There's loads of different options in there. Like adoption ages, adoption percent male, all stuff like that. You've got MC Turner. I don't change any of those settings. And then MC Woohoo, which if you didn't download the MC Woohoo part, you won't see this, but basically you can change some of the Woohoo settings in the game, like Woohoo actions, like allow ghost to try for baby, allow try for baby, elderly try for baby, all different stuff like that. You can change all those settings, allow friendly or Woohoo partners. So you can just go in and change settings to how you would like them changed. Like you can change the like risky Woohoo percentage, all these different things here. And then there's other settings there. So there's like allow birth control. So you can do stuff like that. So that's like really cool if you want to change all this stuff about the game. And then basically at the end is reset all settings. So that will just reset all of the settings in here that you might have changed. So you say reset, and you can reset like specific categories, like any of those, or reset the entire settings, and that will just reset everything. Just say okay to that. You will have to restart your game after you've done that though, for it to all like reset. But it will tell you here, settings have been reset and the game restart is required for the new settings to be into effect. So there we have it. That is the MC Command Center. I've tried to cover as much as I can. A lot of the settings I don't actually use myself. So I do recommend that you have a test family and just test out some of the settings yourself to see what works for you and what is best. Even if you don't like mods or custom content, I do still think this is a really good mod to have in your game, as it has so many settings that make it so much easier to change different things. Like, this makes it easier to like change all your sim skills and whatnot if that's what you want to do, or do a promotion or whatnot. Or say you're really annoyed about doing, say your sim needs to do acting and it's just taking forever, then you can like select that your sim will be like level 10 acting skill, and that will save so much time if that's what you want to do. But if there is any other mods that you would like me to review, do let me know down in the comments.